Everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Polestar and Volvo. Here's my thing. Recently I've been looking more at Volvo vehicles, and Volvo vehicles are starting to look much better over time. And I'm starting to wonder, is this because of Polestar? Because they separated Polestar into its own company. Now that Polestar is its own company, Polestar is actually designing and developing vehicles that look extraordinarily beautiful, such as the Polestar 6 Roadster, the Polestar 5 GT Sport Sedan. Even the Polestar 2 looks amazing, very similar to a Volvo vehicle, but at the same time amazing. The Polestar 3 SUV, absolutely beautiful with a wing at the front. That car is beautiful. If you haven't seen that car from the top, an aerial view of that car, you should. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Now, the funny thing about that car is that it's using the same platform as the new Volvo EX90. However, on the outside, they look completely different. They're in different clothing. However, the vehicle underneath are almost the exact same. Both of these vehicles will come with bi-directional charging. The Polestar is getting a lot of technology from Volvo, as Volvo is Polestar's parent company. But I'm thinking, this new innovation of design being brought on by Polestar, are Volvo starting to be influenced by it? Because they work so closely together. They're basically the same company, just creating slightly different cars. I'm starting to think, because Volvo has always been known to create some of the best and safest cars, but they've never been known to create some of the most beautiful cars. Since they've unleashed Polestar and allowed Polestar to create whatever they can imagine, Polestar has been creating some beautiful cars. Slowly but surely, Volvo cars are starting to look better. One of my favorite Volvo cars right now is this one, the XC40. Absolutely beautiful car. And it definitely looks like a Volvo, but so much improved. It's like a Volvo for the modern age. And this is a fairly new car in the last 5 years. Another car that we can look at is the Volvo C40. Looks somewhat similar to a Polestar 2. And if you don't believe me, look at the front of that Polestar 2. You can't deny that these vehicles, they have similarities. Of course, they don't look the same. The Polestar 2 is a sedan, that's for one. The Volvo C40, it's an SUV. It's a crossover SUV. And Polestar is getting their own version of this crossover SUV. It's called a Polestar 4, and it will be unveiled next year. But this is what I mean. This car looks beautiful. And it's a Volvo. Volvo has never been known for creating beautiful cars. But now, it's changing. I mean, just look at that. That's a beautiful shot right there, that's for sure. Let's start with the notable Polestar 6 convertible, the Roadster. And this is what I mean. This car is absolutely stunning. Volvo would have never created this car without Polestar. So it goes without reason that perhaps Volvo is starting to think a bit different. Perhaps Polestar has shown Volvo the potential of creating cars that just looks damn beautiful. So this is what I mean. I think Polestar is starting to influence Volvo. And the companies, while their cars do look similar, they're starting to separate little by little. And that's the idea. In fact, the lights on the Polestar vehicles, that's why they go in opposite direction. It's to symbolize that both Volvo and Polestar are going in opposite direction, despite the fact that Volvo do own Polestar. So here's a quick summary. Polestar provides us with another glimpse of the electric future with the O2 concept. They've now turned it into the Polestar 6 Roadster. They call this car Vision of New Era Sport Car. The Vision is a stunning electric convertible, and it's going into production as the Polestar 6. The production version won't have a built-in cinematic drone, but it will pack nearly 900 horsepower. It's insane. Up to 160 or 155 miles per hour top speed. This car is mostly here to compete with the Porsche 911. It won't be as fast as the Tesla Roadster, but maybe the Polestar 7 will be a much more faster version of this car. Because I've been thinking lately, what is the Polestar 7? It could be so many different things. It could be another sports car. It could be another sedan. It could be a full-size SUV. It could be a pickup truck. I don't know. Polestar likes the USA market. They want to adopt to the USA market. If they want to do that, pickup truck is the way to go. Tesla's creating a pickup truck. Rivian. So many people are creating pickup trucks because the Americans love pickup trucks. Now this is the Volvo 2024 Volvo EX90 recently released. By the way, Volvo is releasing a second version of this vehicle. It will be a little bit smaller. Yes, it'll be a bit more similar to the XC40. Almost identical to this, just a little bit smaller. like the EX40. And it will be fully electric, just like this one. It will probably come with bi-directional charging as well, because this vehicle will have bi-directional charging. And the new version of this vehicle that's going to be debuted next year, rumor is we're calling it the EX30. Very interesting naming choice. Very good naming choice as well. Now, when this vehicle was revealed, I was absolutely stunned. I was amazed by the headlights. They look like they will cost about $10,000 each to replace. Seriously, the headlights open up. You can actually have your headlights on full beam and it will deactivate at the most appropriate time to not blind upcoming or oncoming cars. Wow. Volvo's innovating with the technology in this car. Not to mention, you see that thing on the roof at the front? I barely notice it anymore. That will have all the LiDAR and sensor information in there to capture information from the road, to feed it back to the driver, to feed it back to the computer. The computer will talk to itself, talk to the car, and tell the car what to do. Almost like a self-driving car. Are Volvo secretly working on a self-driving software? They need to. Polestar, Volvo, Geely, they will need their own version of Tesla FSD. Seriously. And Tesla is so far ahead with their self-driving software. Literally no one is close. Uber tried to get close, but Uber wasn't ambitious enough. Truth to be told, I think Uber should have just bought their own car company. There's so many electric vehicle companies right now that are undervalued, that are just looking for funding, and Uber could supply them with funding. I think that's what Uber should have just did, but I think they've probably halted their self-driving program, which I don't know why, because there's still other companies out there with self-driving technology, such as Cruise. So yes, there's still companies operating out there with self-driving technology, developing their own self-driving technology. So I'm not quite sure why. I haven't seen much information on Uber doing it anymore. I think they might have given up, but I don't think they should have, because that software will be so valuable in the future, if it's not already valuable. Elon Musk is saying that long-term FSD, full FSD, could cost upwards of $100,000. It could cost more than the car, and your car could come with FSD built in, but you won't be able to use it unless you pay for it. That's the future of cars. You will buy a car with everything built in, but in order to unlock it, you have to pay extra money. So basically, it's technology on wheels. It's a computer on wheel. In fact, it's better than a computer, because a computer, if you want to upgrade it, you got to bring it to the shop, you got to buy the parts, you got to install it. Well, cars like the BMW, you heard of the BMW seat warmer issue or the seat warmer subscription, already built into the car, but in order for you to use it, pay extra money to BMW. That's the future of all electric vehicles. Their phone, their software on wheels. That's why Tesla said that their company, Tesla, is primarily a software company. They're a robotics company. They're not so much a car company. The cars are just to provide them with great income, but they're developing a robots. They're developing charging technology, battery technology, lithium technology. Tesla is so far ahead, it's crazy. Now, Volvo has made it clear that it will convert to an all-electric vehicle manufacturer by 2030. And the brand just unveiled a pivotal vehicle for the transition. The all-new 2024 Volvo EX90. The 7-seater EX90 is not the first electric car in Volvo lineup, but it should be a popular one, serving as an electric counterpart to Volvo's popular 3-row flagship, the XC90. So the EX90 is the replacement. Volvo performance EV brand Polestar, so they have ambition plans to increase its sales tenfold by 2025. The vehicle that's going to help them achieve this is now called the Polestar 3 SUV. Seriously, you can get an image for the Polestar 3, which they call the SUV for the electric age. Polestar just unveiled the mid-side crossover fully after a protracted tease over the summer. Oh, they've been teasing that vehicle for a long time, and it was a great reveal. It looks absolutely brilliant, but it's also going to be pricey. Oh, it will definitely be pricey. That's for sure. That car is not cheap. Do you think Polestar has influenced Volvo to create better looking vehicles? Because I definitely think so. They work so closely together, and Polestar has been received by the public greatly. Like, the public really loves the Polestar cars. They're still under the radar at the moment, but I think that's a cool thing that they're kind of under the radar. That's actually quite a sexy thing. You know, when you're under the radar, the Polestar 6 has got to be one of the most beautiful vehicles I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just look at the body. Just look at the body. Just look at the outer shape. Now, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I'll see you in our next one.